Welcome back to my MS Stories and Glories. All right, so picking up from where we left off, about I'm now diagnosed. I got out of the hospital. Couple things. I am happy, yet I am sad. I'm happy because it's like I finally know what this is, and if I'm being honest, I knew it. I researched it all this time. I knew it. They just should have listened. And then sad because, well, the obvious, like, so now what? Okay. So I'm holding on to at least, well, I've got this great, magnificent doctor, because this is now the best doctor ever. If you've gone through your primary care and 3 other neurologists that seen absolutely nothing, yet this doctor came back and he did it this quickly. He is great. This doctor had you go to the hospital and get you diagnosed, got your answers. He is great. Awesome. Very least, I've got a great doctor that I'm going to be working with. I see the doctor the very next time. He says, I will be happy to remain your physician, and I can see you for MS. However, I do not specialize in it. There are 2 neurologists here at the hospital that specialize in it. He said, I quote this, guys, they're not as soft and fluffy as I am, but they are specialists and they will get you the care you need. All right, so talking about bringing someone down. All right, because at this point I kind of want to be babied, because this is new. I need to know what to do. I need someone, that'll actually pick up the phone and actually call me back. I'm a little bit spoiled from that, if we have to be honest here. But okay, so fast forward, I go along, I get one of the neurologists, and his name was Dr. Khan. And I say was because, unfortunately, guys, now Dr. Khan has passed along. Really, really sad to hear that. It's been maybe about 4 or 5 years now, but he was a great, he was great at what he did, and he was a great, neurologist overall. Okay, so I go to Dr. Khan. He is not, just like my previous doctor said, he is not soft and fluffy at all. He is straightforward. But what I did was came to realize I can appreciate that, because I need someone to kind of call me out on who I am. In my first visit, I kid you not, this man says he could tell that I was not going to take my medicine every day. He could tell. We went over the medication and everything. It must have been, I don't know if it was the look on my face, my body language, whatever it was, he was correct. We decided on Copaxone. I don't know if anyone, for those of you that don't know what Copaxone is a drug that you have to give yourself a shot every day in different areas of the body, but that's what we decided on. I did take a while to start taking Copaxone. And when I did not give myself the shot. I had someone else do it. I had my significant other do it daily. And then I got to a point where it's like, you know what? You're going to want to be able to give yourself your medication every day, at the very least, So I put my big girl panties on and I started giving myself the shot. Problem is, it wasn't helping me. To be honest, guys, I was doing a lot worse. I was dealing, now the weakness is back. I'm going through all sorts of, odd things. We know the different things and symptoms that MS can cause. I was not doing well, let's just say the least. So, okay, now I'm presented with an MS study by my doctor, my specialist, and he says that it's kind of like a lottery. You can, there's 4 different medications. Well, I done my research. I knew what medication I wanted to be on, but it's a lottery pick. So you don't decide what medication you're going to be on. The lottery so-called does. So the other ones that were in there, I was not interested in, but turns out the lottery pick said I had to be on what's called Tisabri. Oh, that was not good news for me. When I was told that I had to be on Tisabri and the side effects from it, I bawled like a child in this doctor's office. I'm sorry I put him on a spot like that, but I cried because Tisabri has what is possible to develop as a PML, is a disease, a brain disease called PML. That disease can end up being either fatal or leave you in a vegetative state. Okay, so this is just no bueno for me, but that's what I ended up in. He explained to me, he was very thorough about checking, you know, they would check your liver and you know, to make sure that those things were fine. People that were on it or developed it had been on it for 2 or more years. The study would last a year, and I would also get MRIs every 6 months so they could measure and you know, the lesions and look at what my progress was, if it was helping, if it wasn't, etc., etc. All right, so eventually after I get over, my tantrum or, just fear, honestly, I sign up for Tisabri. The great thing about it, though, I will say, you take it once a month. It is a one-time infusion once a month. You get it through an IV. And then it takes an hour for the infusion to go in, and then they have to monitor you an hour afterwards. Now the monitoring you the hour afterwards was okay. That was another thing that was concerning, I'm gonna be honest. But okay, I'm doing it now. And that first time I got it, oh my gosh, the brain ache that I had was just like within that week. I was so scared. Like, you couldn't tell me I hadn't developed the freaking disease in that time, just within the couple days. Dramatic. I don't know. But, but turns out that wasn't it. I guess it was just kind of getting into my system, and within that month, guess what? I started to feel a little bit better. And I go on and on and on, and each and every month, kind of fast forward, I got better and better and better. Now, the weakness is going away. Now, guess what? The muscle spasms are also calming down. And all the other, the shade actually that was over my left eye, it dissipates. Now we're looking good. So, and things are coming back. My MRI is, my lead. I'm not developing any new lesions. I'm doing actually pretty well here. And every time they're checking like my liver, I'm good to go. So you get a lot of care with this study. Great. And a year passes. I'm doing so much better. I used to pray on a normal basis, please just let me not have MS. Remember that I have MS one day, because those symptoms were brutal. But now I'm doing so much better. I am loving it. To be honest, I'm getting a part of what was now left of my 20s back. I'm, like towards at the end now, because I was 27 with the diagnosis. And I couldn't ask for, I could actually do this. I couldn't ask for a better medication, because now I can kind of walk longer distances and everything. All those things that were going wrong were turning around for the better. Okay, so a year goes past, the study's up, the medicine, the Tisabri is extremely expensive at the time. I think to get my infusions, it was like, I literally kid you not, like over $20,000. I kept a bill that I would hold on to just to show how beneficial this study was. And when it ended, I was concerned, but I got it approved through my insurance. The copay was I don't even think I had a copay for it at that time. Just that good of a program that I was able to find. I'm on the Tisabri. I'm moving into year 2. Everything's checking out. I'm happy. Everything's kind of going smoothly. The only thing I would say is that when it comes up like a week before it was time for me to get Tisabri, then I would start to have symptoms, like a little bit more than what I would be used to. I would make little jokes. Unfortunately, I'm a goofball. Like, when it gets to that week, I start to tap my arm like I need my fix, But other than that, I'm doing great. But happiness doesn't last always. Stay tuned for my next video to see why I had to ultimately divorce Tisabri.